everybody who is here. But I want to acknowledge especially our former national chairman and all the chairmen who are here and all the chairmen to come. We acknowledge all of you. I want to acknowledge the ladies who came and marched. I salute them.
To former national chairman Ofosu-Ampofo, Doctor. To be a chairman of Bunkpurugu Kamsaka, be regional chairman be na Bunkpurugu Kamsaka unique match na Bunkpurugu Kamsaka wa Ofosu.
I also want to acknowledge the widows. And I think I'll come to them a little later. I wasn't surprised that in the group, I think I saw 2 males and the rest were female. That in itself makes a statement. Why aren't the women able to stand on their feet because their support has left them? Assuming they have professions, assuming they have support for their trade, assuming they have support for their farms, assuming their produce would be easily bought and sold. Maybe the association would just be for emotional comfort. And not because they cannot survive. As they stood here, I thought of their children. I said when they stood here, I thought of their children. And I wondered, how are they doing? Are there women in this place? Where are you? I'm here to have a little conversation with you. For us to understand it is the NDC we should vote for. What are our worries? It's mostly about our children. It's about our families. Our children include the boys and the girls. They include in the youth too, we have the boys and the girls. In our elderly people, we have the women and the men. So you see that we are everywhere. So support to us goes to all these age groups. And that is why the NDC is here to respond to our needs. We want our children to go to schools, not under trees. We want our children to have uniforms and school bags and sandals if necessary. We want our children to have the necessary books to learn. We don't want our youth to go to secondary schools and be given question papers, past questions instead of textbooks. Past questions. We don't want our older people who have saved their own money for their old age to go and beg to be given their own money.
Yawa, ibadako, tikilo yimba chetine kwala pa kwai, kaja ligri wa, kisa sa blue bank ning, na umbara kwesi indum bank na sane. GM Bank, Ichanko, Yimme, Pakwai Kidanji, Ligri Sam Bulen, Governor Taya, oh, he knew the Baka, the car Ligri money, how could know the Bunkpurugu money?
We want a government that understands that we put them in power to develop the country.
Too long, Governor Babana. How many
of us ever heard from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama
but His Excellency John Dramani
that somebody didn't vote for us, so we've taken our eyes off them?
John Mama Bank Sayed Sierra Borna, Yalan Kipin Park, Nkantili to Patu.
You never heard that. Thank you very much. So that is why we are going to vote for the NDC. To bring policies that are good for everybody. I'm still talking to the women. I hope they are listening to me. We want a government that has decided that we need a children's hospital. We take the children to the hospital when they are sick, and we know what it is like. So we want a government that is sensitive to our needs. That knows that if it gives us a little money to expand our farms or to expand our businesses, the whole family will benefit. That government knows that most of us cannot go to the banks because of the things they ask for, like cars, like property, like land, and so on. Asam bank ning Asaga loan kuboya from bana atin bent abana anga bent abana alone bent kuboy Bunkpurugu Kamsaka ta siena na pingme modi Bunkpurugu Asam bank ning Kisaga ligri kete loan. And that is why the NDC is attractive, because it is only the NDC that has seen how we suffer when you don't get the support we need. Yes, I like the wahala part. And therefore, you need a party like the National Democratic Congress. NDC, a party led by somebody who respects women. Who knows that even if we make a small bit of profit, it will go to feed our children. And therefore, the NDC led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is the only party that will think of creating a special bank for women. The party John Mahama take this out umi kiyetia mwasa lot bank mbatie pobo kunkwa banke and it is not only the economic part. The party is also thinking of us and our health. Every so often there are illnesses. Sometimes they affect the men too, but mostly they affect women. Even
The like one thing and job mumbia lati yeri man. Na mantik probe ki yeri na mantik wap nam na wasna.
And if you go to the hospital, the doctor will say you should have come earlier.
Agodago ajigi jigisansu tu yomba. Doctor na yeta abo adonga baru we bega adonga bari.
Why don't we go early?
Beki kidonga sani.
Sometimes you don't have the time.
Yake tu kaye ningi.
Sometimes you hope it is nothing. But most of the time it's because we don't have the money just to go and do testing. Sometimes too, it is because we are afraid of what the doctor will tell us. So we won't even go and test. So when the doctor says you should have come earlier, it means if we went earlier, they would have helped us. So doctor, again, you need a party called the National Democratic Congress, led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama,
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama,
who knows the women's lives matter, to encourage us to go and do the test, and that He will take care of the cost.
Now, John Dramani Mahama yanala ubar ke karu tu yomba ke yeru sura fansasitene bisanina swan ke chaklambe damane moi sa pas de part gomna sa pas akan pas de part.
All the other things that the speakers before me have raised are of relevance to all of us, men and women. And I want to appeal to all the women here. Are you here? I can't hear you properly. Are you here? I want to make a request. And that request is that every day you pray for the NDC, pray for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Before John Dramani Mahama, if for nothing at all, if for nothing at all, because it has respected women. John Mahama you are not happy that he has respected women. All right, so I want to thank you. So we recognize, as I said, all the difficulties that the widows face. And the previous time we came, there was a young man who had also lost his life. Professor Yanala, 2020, Walambar on the campaign, Bunkpurugu-Nakpanduri Asiala Lentu, Nani Lintie, Bukamba, Belufau, Namoto, Udinka, Umafurina, Nane Kutiandinana. I remember we visited the family. Oh, Tiana Tilinchu, Kusan Kok, Kusa Foot, Naramangane. And I believe that his young widow has also joined the group. Oh, Mena, Bakwaramang Mumbia Benakete, Bakwai, Association, you know. And so this is why we need to have a special program for them. The Patalas teamwork, according to what they want to do. I have heard that they have an association. And we want to make a very, very modest contribution of 10,000 cedis, Ghana cedis. May God bless all of us. impressed by the turnout, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much. May God bless all. Oh no, one na the paru po ugobna ka bepangane na John Mama tungo awa barna onji 100 million akatripa ko mga akabunga akusondo mo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Make sure Honorable Abed wins the election. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Music. Hey, Zoo.